Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Minecraft update video. It is Snapshot 19w09a, and behind me you can see note blocks. There have been 5 new sounds added for the note blocks, and you will count 6 of them here because I believe the last one was previously not implemented, but the sounds have been in the game. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now and we're going to listen to these new sounds together. We had a little bit of lag right there at the end. What was that about? Those are the new sounds, my friends. The first one is known as the iron xylophone. And then we have the cowbell. This one is known as the didgeridoo. This one is known as the bit. This is definitely my favourite of all of the sounds. Then we have the banjo. And I don't think the last one has a name. It's just the one for glowstone. Oh yeah, it does have a name. They've called it pling. That, my friends, is the sound of pling. So here we are on Minecraft.net checking out the article for this latest snapshot, and as you'll see there doesn't appear to be too much to talk about, and that's absolutely fine because there's actually quite a lot of other stuff from the previous snapshot that we're going to be able to talk about in this video. I will of course go through some of the key bug fixes, but one of the things I really wanted to talk about is some of the new AI changes that have been made on Bedrock edition of the game. Unfortunately at the moment on my new computer Bedrock won't launch, and this is what I see when I try and launch it. It almost gets there and then the game just crashes. So unfortunately for this video I won't be able to show you the changes to villages in Bedrock edition, but there is a bug fix that I am really hoping is the one I think it is. What you're looking at right here is a classic farm design from Season 1 of Hermitcraft, where I created this vertical farm design and it allowed you to compactly grow pumpkins. On each level here you can see that there are pumpkin stems and they would grow across to the side directly in front of a piston. Now due to a bug in 1.13, this meant that if there was a block directly above it, it wouldn't grow, so it could never grow there and made the farm design completely redundant. What I'm going to do is speed up the ticks in the world and hopefully we should see this thing in action. Yes, straight away, look at that. It works again. Oh, that makes me so happy. I have plans to build this on Hermitcraft this season, and then I went to build it and I found out it no longer worked, but thanks to this bug fix, it means that this design will work again in 1.14. Have you ever heard the expression, the derp is real? Well, the derp is real right now. What is going on here? There are derp faces everywhere. This is actually a custom resource pack. So resource packs are now going to support particle effects. If we look in the command block, you'll see we're using the angry villager particle, and I have retextured it to have the derp face, and it is quite a sight to behold. I'll also point out that the texture of this image is much larger than the angry villager one, so it seems that you're able to change the size of the one you pick as well, which is fantastic. So inside the game menu we go into the resource pack, and you can see it's just a random resource pack that I've thrown together. Now if you change anything here and click done, the game is going to reload everything, and that comes with this new menu screen, which is fantastic. You'll notice though that it has the Mojang logo, and in a previous video I showed you could customize that. Turns out that was actually a bug that they changed back, so you're not going to be able to change the Mojang logo. Now if we go back into the game and we press F3 and T to reload from inside the game, you can see the menu appears and the logo appears as well. And now it's reloaded all of the resource packs. So now it's the part of the video where I do the good YouTuber thing and tell you that you should subscribe if you want to keep up to date with these snapshots. Behind me you'll see the way that brown mushrooms can be converted from red mushrooms, and back and forth actually. So every time they're struck by lightning, they get converted. They also don't take damage when this happens. But anyway, before we get to some of the features I missed from last snapshot, let's get into the bug fixes of this one. The foxes have received quite a few bug fixes in this snapshot. This first one almost feels like a feature. The sword that I've thrown to the fox is a fire aspect sword, and this means when it attacks a chicken, that enchantment will actually be used and it will cook the drop that the chicken creates. Now you can see immediately it rejects the sword in favour of the cooked chicken, but that is just a very interesting little detail to be added. So foxes can eat food, and the effects of some types of food wouldn't be passed on to the fox, like the spider eye giving them poison, or the poisonous potato, or the chorus fruit teleporting them. Now, I haven't seen the fox ever consume the item that's in its mouth, so I figured I'd do a little experiment and wait around and see if anything happens, although I might be waiting for a while. I didn't see it happen, and as soon as I start talking, that one starts to eat the poisonous potato. Yeah, I was standing over here, and then I noticed that one of the foxes was outside of the pen, and it's the one that had the chorus fruit, of course. Excellent. So after a little bit of time, it seems like they eat the food. Maybe not even a minute. Where's that pufferfish that I threw? Oh, here we go. Oh, you ate the pufferfish. That was a bad idea, my friend. A very bad idea. So I've concluded my research, which was kind of cruel. There is a bug report that foxes will go after salmons and cods, but they won't go after tropical fish and pufferfish. So I've summoned in some tropical fish, and I've seen that the foxes are definitely going for them, but they don't go for the pufferfish. You can indeed put pufferfish in the same area, though, and they will poison the foxes, and then the foxes will retreat. But it may look like they're going for the pufferfish. They're definitely not. That's all the fox-related bug fixes for now. There were one or two more that weren't really to do with survival or that interesting. Anyway, over here we've got a pillager, and I could effectively summon one of these in with an enchanted crossbow. Maybe it's got multi shot or piercing, or even one that's holding a rocket, and it wouldn't actually take advantage of the features of the crossbow with these enchantments. And here is a demonstration of such a thing. This guy's shooting me with rockets. Wonderful. And our last bug fix of this snapshot is to do with the quartz texture. We joked about this in the last video. It finally got turned into a proper smooth quartz block. But as you might know, the regular quartz block used to have a smooth texture on the underside, and that is no longer so. As you will see here, the side texture is now on the bottom for this block. So you have a choice of what texture will appear on the bottom. We're going to come back to the brown mushroom now, as it has a very unique property to do with the suspicious stew. But first of all, let's listen to the conversion sound. That's really fantastic. I've turned up the game sound so we can hear that nice and clear. Now, if I'm to right-click on it with a bowl, we will get ourselves a mushroom soup. If I'm to click on it with a bucket, we will get a milk. But if I'm to feed it a flower before we use the bowl, we'll actually get a suspicious stew that is directly related to that flower. So the allium, for example, has fire resistance. The lily of the valley has poison. The blue orchid gives saturation. And the wither rose gives the wither effect. So let's feed this guy. You can hear it comes with a sound effect. Now, we can't feed it anything else. See, I'm right-clicking, nothing's happening. So what we've got to do is then click on this guy. It seems that it gives out particle effects as well. And now we've been given a suspicious stew, and then we can feed it another flower and get ourselves another one. Fantastic. Right, let's eat this sucker. I need some hunger first. Okay, here we go. I'm starving, and I've got the wither effect as well. You can also breed the brown cows and have baby brown cows. There you are, little guy. Ain't he cute and adorable? And if we also pay attention to the subtitles, I'm going to feed this a flower. And then I'm going to use the bowl. And it says, mushroom gets milked suspiciously. So the last snapshot video came with some texture changes that I missed. So we're going to go through them now. The stained glass has changed. The color value is pretty much the same, but the texture has changed to match the glass. So the 3 pixels in one corner, the 2 in the other, is now the look for the stained glass. There's more block texture changes. We have the emerald block here, diamond ore, diorite, the side of the snow block, and grass. All of these have changed. There's also the oak door. And if you're thinking you can't really tell what the changes are, don't worry. Once we've gone through all the things, we're going to do like a merging comparison so you can see the difference. These item textures were also changed in the last snapshot. You can see the cake now has a cherry on top. So here are the old textures, and now they've changed to the new textures. And last but not least, the Iron Golem had its texture updated. I should have noticed this because they now summon in every village, and we went and visited one. But its texture, as you can see, has been slightly updated. And that brings us to the end of this snapshot video. If you enjoyed it, then please do leave a like. It supports me here on YouTube. I appreciate you doing that. And if you're not up to speed with all of the changes in 1.14, then check out the playlist for all of the snapshots so far. You can find out all of the details in there. There'll be a card in the top right of the screen. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you soon next week with another one. Bye bye.